That's a strong start. Well done. I could almost hear you all out there from here. Good morning to those who have been worshiping with Knox since the beginning of time, and those who have maybe happened upon us online this Sunday morning or sometime throughout the week. What's fascinating is, just like this praise we just sang, it is God's Spirit who gathers us together from coast to coast. It is good to worship God together. I'll come back to the coast-to-coast thing in a minute. So a couple quick announcements. First is, can you believe this is the last Sunday in July? I cannot believe this. It's fine, time isn't real. But apparently next Sunday will be August, which means a couple things. And I'll start by saying it means that we are taking a break. The worship team, the ministry team, we are taking a breather. Some of us have not stopped since the very beginning of the pandemic. I'm looking particularly at Gary and Joe. Thank you so much for your tireless service. Thank you to those who have joined the tech team to sort of add some depth to the bench. Thank you to those from music, Brian, John, choristers. Thank you to the liturgists. We have done good work, and only by God's grace, and also the love and encouragement of you, the congregation. So thank you. And we will be back live streaming from the sanctuary September, I think it's 12th. Yeah, it's the second Sunday, what would usually be Rally Sunday. Stay tuned for more information about that. A couple of things that have been ongoing at the church. VBS has been happening for other churches. It's our turn starting tomorrow. So the VBS online for Knox and St. Jude starts Monday morning, tomorrow morning. So prayers for that ministry. The Bible study on Thursday nights finished just this past Thursday, so thank you to those who participated in that. We studied David Lose's book, Making Sense of Scripture, and I think there was consensus that we would start something up again in the fall. But for now, Thursday night gatherings will take a break until mid-September. If you get the newsletter, fantastic. If you do not yet subscribe, why not? Go do that. Toot sweet. Connie's devotion in it was brilliant this week and picked up on our conversations together on Thursday night about faith and doubt and the interplay between the two. And so you're going to want to read that. It's quite brilliant. And you'll find not only information about Bible study there, but all the other ministries upcoming. Speaking of Connie, she is going to have a baby in September, which is very exciting, but it leaves a bit of a gap here in the office. Like, I won't always know to pick up the phone, so please, if you know of anyone or if you yourself are looking for a one-year contract, we are looking for someone to fill Connie's maternity parental leave until next August, September. So if you could put your application in, we extended the deadline to tomorrow, so you're going to want to get that in so we can start doing some interviews this coming week, and that Connie can have some time to train you before she goes to have her baby. I think, two other quick ones, right. One is a family announcement for the church here. Yesterday we had the interment of the Reverend Dr. Helen Goggin. Coming up on August 14th at 10:30 in the morning will be the interment service here in Memorial Garden for Archie McCallum, and it's going to be live streamed. So there'll be information about that coming out, and our own chaplain, Reverend Lynn Heminga, will be leading that, I believe. Yeah? So, if you want more information, you can contact the office or talk to Lynn about that. And then finally, I said I'd come back to this whole coast-to-coast business, and that's just to say, starting next Sunday, we're going to be in BC together, not me personally, but us as a congregation. We're going to be attending worship at Richmond Presbyterian Church in BC. There's information in the newsletter about, and you can get it on the website, about what time to tune in, because there is a time difference. And actually, it's their first Sunday back together in person, and we are invited to participate through their live stream, so that's very exciting. And then we're going to move from west to east for the following Sundays throughout August. So come with us on a bit of a road trip across our beautiful country while people are still live streaming their services. Okay, So I'm going to follow up about, because we have had some folks asking about when we're getting back together. I would like to reassure you that the leadership of the church at its session meeting this past Tuesday did start the conversation, so it's on the table. What we do not have is a date. And there's a few reasons for that. First off, in order to give our team a break, they need a break. They need not to be thinking about creatively about hybrid worship and returning to the building and what's required. They actually need a mental and spiritual break. So in order to facilitate that, it means we're not going to be back in person on September 12th. But what it does mean is the leadership of the church is thinking about it. They're going to be watching trends, see what public health says come September, once kids get back to school. There's rumblings about a fourth wave. We just need to make sure that, as always, we are using wisdom and discernment to guide our decisions. But we certainly are talking about coming back in person. You know, all things going well, maybe kind of mid-fall. We just want to make sure we can do it safely, and we don't want to act too quickly and then have to close the doors again. So just as you have done over the last year and a half, continue to trust your leadership, continue to pray for your leadership as we seek God's will in reopening Knox, Oakville, the building, because the church never closed. The church never closed.